Hello and welcome to Impact Africa, where we celebrate and share the stories of diverse people, organizations, and businesses who are impacting lives and communities positively. In addition, the program highlights and celebrates events, places, and positive news. I am Dr. Kemi Akiode Adebayo, known as Dr. Mama K, and in today's program, yes, I can't even believe it's the end of the year already. We are celebrating the festive season, December edition. Yes, December is a special time when we pause, reflect, and appreciate the journey we've all walked throughout the year. This month is all about gratitude, joy, and recognizing the moments, big or small, that helped us grow. Because I know, yes, during the year, we've all had challenges, positives, negatives, and so much more. And some of us have lost loved ones. And some of us, we've gained new additions. Some of us have lost jobs. Some of us have just started job. Some of us lost business. Some of us started business. So we have both sides of the story there. So whatever it is that you've gone through, for this time, we just feel we want to share, with you about how we should all still be grateful in everything we do. So get ready to embrace hope, joy, and positivity as we proudly present our Celebrating the Festive Season December edition. So for our first segment is a short video, very short, that we created by AI. Yes, this is us trying to use technology as well. We're not fully there using an app, but just something, just for you to see we're going with the times, as well. So just enjoy this AI video, which is about celebrating the festive season. Enjoy.
December is a month of joy, reflection, and togetherness. As the year comes to an end, we celebrate the moments that shaped us. We reflect on the challenges that made us stronger, and the people who supported us along the way. Let's appreciate life together. This festive season reminds us to share love, spread kindness, and embrace the warmth of community. Join us as we highlight the joy, the stories, and unforgettable memories that make December truly special. Let's end the year with gratitude, hope, and celebration as we move into the new year together.
So what do you think of our AI video? Okay, I know it's still not fully there, but we're getting there. So, and I hope there were things you learned or even picked up from it. And you're encouraged as well to use AI in a positive way. Don't be afraid about AI is a tool that we all should be using more of. Okay, the next segment is a snippet, of an interview that I had with my dear sister friend, Ms. Zanele Timbu. And I want you to just enjoy this bit. Enjoy. Zanele at this stage in a preferment season, not retirement. Would you say you're successful? What's your definition of success?
Yeah.
And I know it's deep. And as well, leadership. You lead so many, organizations, and you've led, as well, people with ETV, Penguin, Swift now, and a lot of other roles, different hats that you wear. And even within your Brown Panther Films production, what does leadership, mean to you? And what qualities, sorry, it's a three-part question.
Okay.
What qualities should one have as a leader?
So starting
you can go in any order.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Starting with the success story. For me, success is very personal. In terms of what do you set out to do and whether you are able to achieve that or not. For me, being here today and being able to do everything that I'm doing now is success in and of itself. The fact that I am able to lecture young people, give a part of me, of my knowledge, of my experience, is success. That someone recognizes that I've got something to offer That's success, you know. Success is also about leaving a legacy, you know. If I have young people who come to me and they say, you know, I once came to your office. Some of them I don't even remember them. I had this project and I sat with you, you had the time for me, this is what you told me, I've applied it, and this is what I'm doing now. That's success, because you've positively impacted someone's life. Success for me is also the fact that I have kept the same friends over a long period, years and years and years, you know. And that's success, because it means there's something about us or about me as well that is able to build lasting relationships. That's success for me. The fact that my family is still together even after we've lost both of our parents, but you know, even our children say, you know, they are close to each other. They are close as we are close to each other. That for me is success, that we've done something right. That's success for me. It's nothing complicated, I think. No. It's what you've set out to do, have you done it, and how do you measure whether you've done it? And with the young people coming to me, I've done something right. I'm lecturing, someone sees value in me, our family is together, I have the same friends, and people that I meet, you know, are still, that for me is success. So I've led a successful life. You know, leadership is really about influence. Who have you influenced in your life? And it comes back to the young people that I'm talking about now. Part of it comes from that. You know, just before the festive season, I was attending a Netflix event, and this young woman came to me and she says, I know you don't remember me. You were at ETV, I can still picture your office. I asked you something and you answered me. You were just so kind. You were not, you know, busy people like all these executives are always busy. You had time to sit with me. And today I'm working for Netflix. And I was like, what? And she said, I come to your office. I know you won't remember me. You know, that's leadership, when you influence someone's life in a positive way. For me, that's leadership. That's leadership when your family, especially the next generation, like I said, our children, they can say to you, thank you for having done this for me. Thank you for having invested in me, not just in terms of money, taking me to school, but the things that you share and being open and vulnerable with us. Thank you for that. That for me is leadership. Leadership is also being able to influence someone else, as someone who's a Christian, and be able to tell them about my faith, and that faith converts them for them to want what I have. For me, that's leadership.
Beautiful. And qualities? What qualities should a leader have?
Integrity is the first one.
Okay.
Integrity is very important, because you can't be blue, tomorrow you are red. You know,
I like that word.
Your character can't be questionable. You know, integrity is very important. I think honesty is very important, and I've learned that the hard way. In that, sometimes you know, you're eager. I'll do it. No, you've got to really think about what you are being asked and whether you're going to be able to deliver on that or not. So if you're not able to, be able to say no and be comfortable in saying no. I think no is a very difficult thing. So for me, being honest with people, whether you can do something or not, is important in leadership. What is
Wow, what an humbling experience it was for me, that conversation with my dear sister Zadele, a woman of resilience, a woman, you know, who, despite all, you know, that's been happening in her life, she's still putting back and doing so much in the media, broadcasting, and in terms of health, you know, as well for others. Thank you, and we wish you all the very best, my dear sister. Our next segment, yes, this one is another snippet, very short, of our experience and us just celebrating the Delft seniors during Mother's Day. Enjoy. And welcome to People and Places, and this is the final bit of today's event. And wow, it's the Delft Seniors Mother's Day, organized by this amazing, powerful woman, a community leader and activist. She's so passionate about the seniors and the youth as well. She does so much from the bottom of her heart. She's my sister, my big sister, and she does it with a lot of love, even though she's very tough. You don't joke with her. So tell us who you are.
I'm Khadija Francis. I'm the chairperson of Mandela Peace Park, and I'm the chairperson of Hope Next. But we are one club. You understand? We are around about 80 seniors. And the reason why we're actually giving this Mother's Day event for the seniors is a lot of them basically didn't even celebrate Mother's Day. You understand? And we understand our children also got their own activities by them. But that is the reason we as Hope and Mandela Peace Park, we feel happy that we can actually serve them. Katilani, they actually sponsor for us. Ingrid, they are also a church in Voorbrug, they sponsor us. Farida Raycliffe, they also sponsors us towards this. And then I can talk about Marlene and the councillor. They all supported us towards this event. So I really salute the councillor, I salute Marlene, Stefan, all those who are actually making themselves available by this building, by Hope Next. We really appreciate what they're actually doing for the seniors.
And the theme for today was?
The theme for today is the Hawaii.
Hawaii.
We're making things very excited for our seniors because some of them doesn't know what is the meaning of Hawaii is. Because you must be colorful, you must be smile, you must be very, very happy for what we're actually doing.
And with your grass skirt. So kudos to our mothers, they are seniors, and our fathers as well, for what they do and how they're managing, in terms of intergenerational building the bridge between the young and the elderly ones. Let's keep celebrating our mothers and especially our seniors. Thank you. Shout out to all. You know who you are in terms of all what you're doing with the seniors in Delft, in Kalicha, in Langa, and other places. Okay, our next segment. Now we're going a little bit, to the West, that is West Africa, where I had a conversation, although saying that we had the conversation here in the studio in South Africa, but with my big brother, friend, mentor, patron, and a lot of qualities. And this, my young man, he keeps aging backward, I tell him. And just to share a little bit of snippet with the conversation, him just sharing a story with Sir Victor Koronko. Enjoy. I know, yes, but probably family, like you said as well. But for you, what do you think is the main reason that you will say, oh yeah, I need to get up, and you don't think about it? What motivates you personally?
When there is a problem to be solved, you don't rest until the problem is solved. In Africa, a lot of people have no access to energy.
Yeah.
Access to energy is a fundamental ingredient for development. So being able to contribute to the extent that we are providing, even if you like, call it the primary source of energy. I tell you, I'll give you an example. When I returned from Scotland, and I was leading the power team, I used to go to travel a whole lot to the seat of government in Abuja. And in one of those my visits, my brother's daughter, who was still very young, probably, I don't know, like 7 or under 10 at the time, one day said to me, "Uncle, where are you going to?" I said, "I'm traveling to Abuja." And she said, "When you go to Abuja, tell the president that we need light." Yeah. So you know it's.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because power outage and all that. So my primary motivation at the time, particularly having worked in the Western world, in the North Sea, and traveled all over the world, was that we really have no reason not to provide energy to Africa, well, to Nigeria, then to Africa. So yes, it's still part of my driving force in whatever I do within the industry to date.
So, would you say, I know you are successful, and I know you've been a fantastic leader, obviously now leading a huge, organization. What's the workforce within?
We are direct staff, maybe about 200, and more than 400-600 indirect staff.
Indirect staff. So, what does leadership mean to you? Because you spoke earlier on, and you've been speaking about continuous learning to be a leader, and you grooming, just equipping yourself. What does leadership mean to you, and what qualities should the leader have?
Well, leadership is being able to define direction and being able to communicate that defining is not enough. It is communicating and and getting the buy-in. Communicate in such a way that you have people buy into the mission or vision that you have established. And then the key quality to that is, one, your ability to communicate, two, your ability to listen, and three, ability to show empathy. Yeah. Four, you need also to be able to motivate. Yeah. So if you can hone in on these four qualities, you will become a leader. That is not to say that no matter how perfect you think these are, there will still be a lot of people with other motives.
Yes.
Yeah. So being able to keep your followers and at the same time getting your dissenters to convert them, or where some of them you cannot convert, you keep them at bay.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But you have to strike a balance. Okay. So leadership is not a one size fits all. It's also there is a cultural dimension to it. You have to understand the cultural differences that exist. I'll give you an instance. If you come to Africa,
Yes.
because culturally we respect seniority, and then we sort of worship seniority, you find out that when you lead people, they look up to you and to give the direction, and then they follow you. Yeah.
Yes.
But when you cross to some other cultures where that sort of respect to seniority is not there, there is not that perception that the leader knows it all. So they can also challenge you.
Correct.
So you have to be able to strike the balance of accepting challenge whilst also providing both knowledge and direction. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
Perfectly. In fact, I didn't see things from that point of view until now. The way you've just explained it, just makes it really clear that that is a fact. Now, let's... What a man. Wisdom, strength, courage, boldness. This man has everything, and he has put so much into putting back, through his work, through his community, Arochukwu, and through, supporting Bold Moves and a lot of other organizations that he supports. I salute you, my dear Sir Victor. Thank you for all you're doing. Okay, we've come to the last segment for this edition, Christmas edition, which, like I said, is a mix of various conversations of people sharing their stories, just to inspire you, to give you hope, and as well just to celebrate them, as well. So this last segment is a snippet from the AWIF 2025. Yes, AWIF is a powerful initiative founded by my sister. I have a lot of sisters and brothers, as you can tell. Irene Ochem. She each year, keeps giving a platform, for women from across Africa to celebrate, to honor, to share, to connect. And this is a snippet, of what happened. Well, some of it, because we can't make, you need to go and watch one of the program, the full-on program. But this is a snippet just to encourage you. Enjoy.
Question: how can we frame them as spaces of opportunity and innovation rather than marginalization? And I'm putting you on the spot here, Nonzuzo. Can I start with you?
I think the first thing for us to reimagine that economy is to first understand the role of women in that economy, number one. Women are the anchors of collaboration in townships. They are the ones that starts the stockfells for groceries. They are the ones that run the burial society saving schemes. There's actually a financial service system that happens in the township that is run and driven by women for the families in that community. So they are the anchors of collaboration, and they are the ones that actually set the tone on how other industries then around that where they start. Because some of these monies, they also manage the back rooms, property management. That's property management business. So the money, they are the ones that are collecting rent from the tenants at the back. They are the ones that are making sure that they send their schools to universities and stuff, and they literally are the anchors of that economy in terms of creating a base so that the economy can function. That's the role that they play. So for us then to make it work is to create an enabling environment for them, make sure that they are supported from a compliance point of view so that they can start accessing finance. We don't need to change their ways of doing things, we just need to enhance what is already there. That needs to be built and be sustainable. Thanks.
Thank you. Tisa?
Yeah, thanks. I think just to reflect on what's been said, townships, beyond the barriers they face, which I think are primarily linked to informality, they're these really powerful spaces of creativity, resilience, entrepreneurship. And women in those environments are already running like massive businesses in beauty, in retail. But I think the challenge that they face is localization. They're very localized to their immediate communities. And from our perspective, I think reframing townships needs us to rethink access. And access from the point of view of digital public infrastructure. And I think when I speak of digital public infrastructure, I'm talking about access to identity, digital identity, access to interoperable payment systems, and access to data and markets. And these are all foundational elements to be able to grow and thrive in the digital economy. So I think being able to reframe these townships really needs us to start to think of how we provide accessibility to these key elements, which women will need to first access the digital economy market and be able to grow and thrive. So I think it's really access, and access from a DPI perspective, just putting into context the opportunity that digital economy and the digital market could provide to these women enterprises. Thanks.
Thank you. And I think, Pumla, from your research on United Development Programs, what do you think?
Well, because I'll end up repeating what has been said, so I want you to imagine with me. It is, after all, Friday afternoon, so let's imagine for a moment. You are walking you are in a township, you live there, you walk into a shop, you want to buy eggs, let's say. You only have enough money to buy 2 eggs for you and your husband. So you don't need, or maybe I don't know, 12 eggs together, but you don't need the full dozen, right? You only have enough to afford the 2. So imagine that there's a business that provides for exactly that need. I want you to imagine again that you are in a township and you see a business that does 3D printing for prosthetics, and it provides for the township economy. So you don't need to go to a big city, a big hospital to get this service. I also want you to imagine that you are also in a township, you have an emergency, but right on your phone there's an app that enables you to access the kind of services you require. Maybe your house is burning, you have a car that is broken down, and so on. So I want you to stop imagining, because this is already happening in townships, right? We've got businesses. The first one is called Twalisa, the second one is called Uguamba Prosthetics, and the other one is called All-in-One. These businesses are operating in townships, in Alex, which is found in Johannesburg, also in Soweto. They are there right now, you can Google them. This is my point. Innovation is already happening in townships. It's happening. What we need to do is we reimagine. is to disrupt the thinking around that. We need to design solutions. We've got banks, we've got certified development agencies, we've got government who set up policies and so on. We need to design for that economy. It's already there, but we need to ensure that our solutions are not a one-size-fits-all. What you design for a business in Khayelitsha, which is here in Cape Town, cannot be the same as what you design for a business based at the waterfront. So that is my story for now.
Thank you. I think African Bank is also reimagining the spaces in the township, and I know there's a lot of things that are being done. Shanice, tell us more.
It's very interesting. It sounds like maybe Pumla and I shared some notes. And I really concur with her. Because the reality in townships, we don't have to reimagine. The people that need to reimagine are the people that are outside of townships. Townships and women have been running businesses as entrepreneurs since the 40s, the 60s, running small businesses, that you buy, bread that you buy on your way to work. These women have been running these businesses independently without financial inclusion. And what are they able to do? They're able to take their children to school without debt. They're able to take their children to university. They're able to congregate and create financial stability within themselves and from a community perspective. So I guess I sound a little bit controversial, but it's not the townships that need to be reimagined. We need to reimagine ourselves. So as African Bank, that's exactly what we're doing. I kind of say to myself, I probably have the best job in the bank. Because what I do is I go and I visit and I sit with different types of traders. Spaza shop owners, Junior will tell you, I was talking to her earlier about what's happening in Spaza shops at the moment and the retail sector. I get to talk to taverns, I get to talk to transport businesses, beauty businesses. And the reason why we're doing this is so that we can understand truly what the pain points are. Because if you don't understand the pain points, what you end up going to doing is taking the same cookie cutter platforms, solution, financial products that have always been done in banking, and then think that you're going to get something different. So the people that need to reimagine is us as financial institutions. Thank you.
When we speak to Ma Junior is going to be speaking from the horse's mouth. This is someone who is on the ground. She has her hand on the pulse, so she knows exactly what's happening in the townships. Ma Junior, what are you doing in the township now to just make sure that you are also keeping abreast with the changes in terms of technology?
Thank you, Maleti. One of the speakers earlier has just told us that 72% of our GDP is being created by informal businesses, which is very true. We are working very, very, very hard, and we are prepared to evolve. We are prepared to make every informal business to work. And we are facing a lot of challenges. A lot of challenges from big businesses that are flooding into our township. But we are working very hard. And I'd like to thank people like you to come into our business and help us evolve and take our business to another level. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I guess when we speak of digital financial inclusion and women economic agency, we have to think about all the people who are making all the effort in terms of making sure that the businesses are run and they take into consideration what is happening in the current, situation in various countries. From your experience across Africa, Jesam, what policy and ecosystem shifts are most critical to ensure that women entrepreneurs in township economies can fully benefit from digital financial services, moving from cash-based to microtransaction to inclusion in formal digital scheme of things?
Yeah, thanks for that. So I think in terms of policy and ecosystem shifts, the first one I think, just building on what I said earlier, is we need to democratize access to enabling infrastructure. So I think, like some of my colleagues on the panel have alluded to, there's a lot of innovation happening already. But I think participation in the digital economy will be the next frontier of growth for some of these enterprises and organizations, because it gives them access to a much bigger market, which can help them grow. But to be able to participate in that market, we need to make connectivity affordable for everyone and for these businesses. And we need to again give them access to digital IDs. This is your passport in the digital market. It prevents fraud, builds trust. And from the perspective of digital financial services, interoperable digital payment.
Hi guys, yes, it's still People and Places, and we're still at the AWIF 2025 conference, and today is the last day. We've saved the best for the last. Not saying that, but this is my dear sister, the founder, the one behind what is happening here today. So she's going to tell us how the event has been for her and what has been a most proud moment, here today. So tell us who you are and what AWIF is about, just in a sentence.
Yes, Irene Ochem. I am the founder and CEO of AWIF, Africa Women Innovation and Entrepreneurship Forum, and we are at AWIF 2025 event.
The conference this year is about breaking barriers. I heard ladies, speakers, masterclass talking about collaboration, courage, and just working together. Is that what has been your own key takeaway as well today?
Absolutely.
Or in the last 2 days?
The key takeaways are, one, that we must break those barriers, and that to break those barriers we need to be intentional, work collectively, collaborate, partner, and also be resilient. It's a movement. This has been created. This platform has become not just a platform, but a collective, a movement, and we need to break those gender barriers and advance women's entrepreneurship.
So out of everything that's been happening, there's been the food, there's been the exhibitors, there's been delegates coming. What has been your favorite part?
Everything is my favorite part.
Okay.
Everything is my favorite part. Keynotes from Badia, Dr. Fatima El Sheikh, Haja from
Malawi,
from DCO,
everyone.
Minister from Malawi, Deputy Minister, South African Deputy Minister for Small Business Development, a lot of speakers, our knowledge partner Deloitte with Ashley, who is the Chief Strategy Officer at Deloitte. So the speakers from all over Africa, our brothers and sisters from African diaspora, that we are also here. So it's the sessions, the panel discussions, it's the master classes and the workshops that took place in the expo hall. It is the expo, the businesses that came from all across Africa, Zambia, Ghana, Egypt, Nigeria, DRC, everywhere, and then of course South Africa.
Thank you. Yes. I know you're very busy, and there's the awards and everything else coming up later. We love what you're wearing. You look elegant like a queen, as always. So I want you to just maybe in the end just give words of encouragement to anyone out there.
Yeah, what I can encourage, if you're a woman out there, I encourage you to come join us in this movement. If you're a man, support women and women's advancement, women's participation in the economy, because it is smart economics to do that, and it's for the benefit of Africa and its citizens. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, we just want to say we've got a coaster for you. It's just a small thing to put your mug on. Just to say well done, thank you. We see you, we celebrate you, and thank you for sharing your stories. Thank you for giving the platform for other women and other people to share their stories. Thank you.
Thank you, my great sister, Dr. Mama K. I love you.
Love you more. Love you more. Thank you. That's all for AWIF 2025. Look out for AWIF 2026.
See you
through
next
the
year.
Facebook page, website, and everything else. Please support our women, support our leaders, support. God bless. We'll be right back. God bless.
Awesome.
I hope that snippet of AWIF 2025 inspired you. It was their 11th year celebration and anniversary, with exhibitions, with talks, with seminars, with fireside chat, with awards being given to women and men who keep, doing a lot and impacting lives across Africa. Okay, well, that's all we've got for you today. I hope you've enjoyed in a unique way how we've celebrated, the end of the year. I know a lot of people will be doing various things, Christmas time, which is all about Christ for me as a Christian, but I know everyone around the world now celebrate in a different way the end of the year, with family, with friends, food, festivities. And what I'm trying to just encourage you, to do more of is, yes, love and kindness is what we should be focusing on, which can change our world. So how are you showing love? How are you being kind, to others? I always say, I love God and I love people. So do you love God? Do you love people? Because if we do that alone, that will help address some of the challenges we have around the world in terms of war, famine, and a lot more. And are you being kind, to others? It takes a little to make us kind. Thank you. And I salute all our guests, that we've showed snippet off, from Ms. Zanelli to Sir Victor, and of course, Del Seniors and AWIF. Thank you. We see all what you're doing. Sis Adija with Marlene at Hope Next. Thank you for accommodating all our Delft seniors and what you're doing with them. Well, remember to subscribe, to like, share, and comment on Bold Moves Africa Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and other social media platform that we're on. We're still getting there. We're not fully there, but we're getting there slowly, and we still need volunteers. So if you think you can help us to get it right as a virtual assistant in terms of social media, please do reach out. Just call us, or WhatsApp, or send us an email. Our details are always, in on the YouTube page or Facebook page. Well, that's all I've got for you. This is Dr. Mama K signing off, saying stay blessed. Have a beautiful, beautiful December month. Stay safe, stay well, stay strong, stay positive, stay healthy, stay kind, stay loving. I could go on and on. And remember, that God is love, and take bold moves. God bless.